Hi guys, welcome to my pregnancy vlog, video log for week 27 of my pregnancy. I cannot believe it's already 27 weeks. Third trimester is coming right up. This is the end. And it just feels like it's been flying by in a weird way. Or maybe not even that's flying by, but that I just haven't been in it, you know? Like, there's been so much going on. I feel like I've kind of missed the bliss of this pregnancy. Just from the get-go, there've just been so many things that are up in the air and uncertain. So now that things are kind of settling down, or maybe it's that I'm just more accepting of the way things are, or getting used to the uncertainty, or maybe it's the pregnancy hormones. It's like, it's time to start nesting and stuff. I really feel a lot more in it, a lot more comfortable and happy and excited. Yeah, I feel very excited. And this week has been really good, for the most part. Not without its things, and I made a little list this time so that I didn't forget stuff, because I feel like I'm always forgetting. And before I forget, I'll show you the bump, which is massive. And I feel like I'm just exploding. And I feel a lot like my belly button is like really, there's just so much pressure there. It's crazy. And I don't know if I have a Lina Negra, or if I'm getting it, or if it's just like a line from my shorts that I was wearing up here. They're just regular shorts. Anyway, with Jasper, I did have it, and I feel like I had it at this size. I'm out of breath from just that. But it's not very apparent if I'm having it now. And I feel like I also had it like all the way up. I don't know if that's true, but it seemed pretty pronounced. So that's the bump. I'm like 1 week ahead of whatever video this is. I keep forgetting. So, you know, this is the end of the week of which I am reporting. So, the first couple days, I was getting these crazy dizzy spells, and I thought it was probably because I was dehydrated. So I've been really trying to re-up on my water and drink plenty of water. But that was bad. Like, I mean, emotionally, fine. I'm in a good place. But there was like one morning in particular. I think it was like the first day of this week. Where just walking around, like I felt like I couldn't walk in a straight line. I was like bumping into things, and I felt like intoxicated or something, you know, like just not totally in control of my movements. And I was not intoxicated, nor have I been in a really long time. Trying to think back to a time when I was enjoying some alcohol. It's been a long, long time. I don't really like to drink that much, but that's a whole nother thing. So anyway, so was getting dizzy. By this time in the week, I have no reports of dizziness. I'm feeling fine on that front. My physical ailment of the moment is, it's so crazy. I have had lower back pain and discomfort for years now, on and off. I think over all the years, I've come to discover that it has been from being hypermobile, like I'm very bendy, I'm really flexible, and not super, super strong. So that has led to some instability in my hips, so it's giving me back problems. So I have not been like stretching or doing yoga like I used to do all the time. but I have been exercising a lot of like arms and trying to tone my legs and my tush, keep it, or bring it up, keep it up. It would be great if it could go any higher, but anyway. And one day this week, Jasper really wanted to exercise. Like, he got excited because I was using one of his balls one day that was a little bit deflated to do some like leg stuff. And he got the idea that he wanted to do it. So without stretching or anything, I just started like to play around with him and do some stuff. And then I'm not sure if this is the cause, but I didn't do any stretching or taking real care of myself. And then the next day in the morning, I went to walk my dog Ruby, who is, I would show you her. You've probably seen her if you've watched any of the other videos, but she's about 8-9 pounds. She's really light. And I bent down to lift her up over a fence that's like this big that she could have easily jumped over, but I just was like, I was kind of rushing her. I was like, come on, go to the bathroom. She like was sniffing, she wants to go. Okay, so I bent down to pick her up, to put her over, and my back just goes like, it's like something just came undone. It was excruciating. And here we are 4 days later, and definitely hasn't gotten any better. Possibly has gotten worse. So that really sucks. Yeah, today's probably the worst. Like, I've been trying to take care of a foam roll and like use 2 softballs on either side, and that's been helpful. And then I realized today that if I hanging has helped my back before. So just like letting your body weight go while you hang and try to relax, that sometimes helps. So anyway, that's that. That sucked, and sucks still. I think it's gonna get better though. In other news, we've been getting really excited about the birth of this child, which probably sounds crazy to a lot of people, like that I'm actually getting excited. I think birth is an extraordinary experience, and it can be. And with Jasper, I read so many books, and like I spent so much time preparing and like psyching myself out, and that resulted in a really wonderful birth experience. Like, I was not afraid, nor am I afraid now, and I felt like it was a very empowering experience, and I wish that everyone could have an experience like that, because birth has so much stigma and seems so crazy. I just realized I don't know how long this is going to be now. Anyway, I tried to keep it short. So, getting excited about birth, been envisioning that a lot, and I recommend that, like envisioning your birth and how you want it to be and how you will respond to things, and because don't get too stuck on any idea of how you want it to be, but just to let your mind go to a place where you're happy and feeling safe and open, and the baby comes out with ease. And look, it's going to be uncomfortable, there will be pain, but I'll say for my birth with Jasper, there wasn't pain throughout. It wasn't like the contractions were so painful. The pain came when he was crowning. That was really serious and intense, but also quite brief, like that part doesn't last. Like, it's not like, people labor for like days sometimes and hours. That pain is like moments, because that's right before they come out. So, just been preparing for that. Next week, I will share some of the books that I really like, because I was going to do that this time, but I don't have it prepared. So next time I'm going to share some of the birth books that I really like, that help me. So, I've also been reading up and preparing for, or rather studying up on how I can better prepare Jasper for another kid in the house, a baby. Because I think it's going to take some getting used to, and he's very excited to be a big brother and to have this baby, but he obviously doesn't know what that's really going to be like. So I've just been kind of checking out some articles online and reading blogs and just kind of preparing him, talking to him more about what it's going to be like, trying to not talk about it too much though, and not like psych him up like, oh, the baby's going to be your best friend and playmate. Like, yeah, eventually, but not in the beginning, right? Like, they sleep and they cry and they poop a lot in the beginning and breastfeed a lot. So, and I'm also trying to get him prepared for that because he doesn't really nurse that much anymore, but he's still like fixated or fascinated rather, not fixated, fascinated by my breasts. So, and I guess that's something that never ends. I mean, well, for him towards me, but in general, breasts are fascinating. Come on, look at art. Anyway, he's also going to be starting school, which is good news because this is in the time of COVID-19 and quarantine, and we've been in communication with his school, and finally they let us know that they will be starting pretty much as usual because they already have very small classes. And they already operate with a lot of the CDC guidelines. So that's exciting that Jasper's gonna be going to school 5 days a week, starting, we're not sure when, but if it started on schedule, it would be approximately 3 weeks before the baby comes, or I should say the baby's due. So I feel like that's a good amount of time to get acclimated. Yeah. So yay, that's exciting. That makes me feel really comforted because I want him to be acclimated and I'm excited for him to go to school. So other things, I've been thinking a lot about names. As I mentioned, I think last week, that I was having some real issues with coming up with boy names. Or gender neutral names that work for a boy, for me, that I feel like resonate. And that was literally keeping me up at night. I was having a really hard time because everything I did like, my husband didn't. And I want us to both like it and be excited. So finally, I guess I was coming up with kind of like, I like unique names. Okay, Jasper's not the most unique name. You've probably heard it before. You might even know another Jasper, but I hadn't heard it besides the artist Jasper Johns, and I thought it was a good, solid name that wasn't super common. And since he's, been in my life for 3 years, he's about to turn 3, I've met a couple other Jaspers, but anyway. So the names that I was coming up with were kind of like really unique names. Maybe they weren't names for people per se. So Josh finally was just like, look, I want it to be a name that I've heard. And I was like, okay, fair enough. I see where you're coming from. So that kind of gave me a little more direction. Put me back on course maybe. And so I came up with a couple of names that I like for a boy. So I've been able to sleep at night. And I feel very sold on my girl name. And I think it is a girl. I think that's why I'm so connected to the name name I have for a girl, which I won't be sharing here until after they are born. So yeah, the names, that's been good. We're here in New York City. It is really hot and very humid. We've been having crazy summer storms, like every day we've been having thunderstorms. What else? My boobs feel enormous. They feel like they've grown like a bunch more. Yeah, they're much fuller. A couple other things. What else? What was it? One thing, this wasn't the main thing I wanted to share, but Jasper's sleeping in his own bed, in his own room right now. 2 nights in a row, no problem, for the first time ever. So that's really cool. It's just like switched. And that's just feels like really good timing because, I'm getting big and he wakes me up at night. Like, he was in his own bed in my room and coming in and out, and it was like of our bed, and it was just not working as well. So he's sleeping in his own room now, which is very exciting. So that's good. There was something else that just came to me that I wanted to share, but oh, that's it. I was reading in this book, one of the books I was going to share with you next week, but because I have it right here. This is a really cool book, The Pregnant Body. And it says at this stage that most women have gained approximately 15 pounds by now. And as you know, if you've been following this journey, I gained 15 pounds like in the first trimester. So it was like really quick. And at this point, maybe it was in the second trimester, but yeah, it was definitely the second trimester that I was clocking in 15 pounds over. But now I recently was like, I want to check again because I do not check regularly. And I came in 20 pounds over. So that's where I am now. I feel good about it. I feel like solid in my body, you know, whatever. I make big babies and I'm not worried about it. But so that is what that is. And I'll look back. I don't know how long this video is. It's probably gotten really way too long now, but I will be back next week, share with you some birthing books that I really like and let you know how this week has been. Tuesday, in a couple of days, I have my midwife appointment for whatever one this is. So 7 months, I don't even know. I think yes. So I will have updates on that too. I hope you're well. Thank you for watching. Wishing you all the best. As always, peace, light, and love. Comment, subscribe. Check out the site toughasamotherpod.com for pictures from this week and anything that I might have forgotten. Okay.